Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a video that I have been very excited to make, and that is me updating, let me open it, my reading journal for the month of February. I did, as I was getting all of my supplies together, I quickly realized that I have not kept up with my reading journal for the last 4 books. So you're going to be able to see me kind of what I do when I get finished reading a book. I had previously been very good at every single time I read a book to go ahead and update my journal at that time, but work got really busy over the last week or so. Not really. I had to go into the office more than I originally expected. So I wasn't able to sit at my desk where I have all my supplies, and so that just kind of caused me to not be able to update this as much as I typically would. So the first thing that we're going to do is get in here and update my January spread, and then we're going to go ahead and set up my February spread. Now, I did have a comment on kind of showing how I what I use, what supplies I use. So I have, I think, everything in front of me. So I'm really quickly going to kind of talk through what I have and where I got it. So if you would like to make your own reading journal using similar supplies, then I wanted to let you know where I got them. So we're going to start with the big things first, just so I can get them out of the way. So I do have a paper cutter. I got this from Target. I do have a very big paper cutter or page cutter, whatever you want to call it, but I definitely like this much better. I think I get a cleaner line than having the pull down school type cutter. So I do use this. It does have a little, thing that you can kick out if you need, but I do use this. And then I am using vellum, and I have a Canon printer. It is a inkjet printer, and the vellum paper that I use is the Paper Junkie vellum paper for printing or tracing, and this works with LaserJet or inkjet printers. I got this off of Amazon. It's 100 sheets, and whenever I do use this, I make sure to print as a draft, because then it doesn't put as much ink on the paper. But this is the paper I will be using. And then to go along with that, I do have my absolute favorite Canon Ivy printer. This prints on sticker paper, which I think I'm gonna need to reprint, or I'm gonna need to put this more paper in here, because I think I only have maybe 1 or 2 sheets left. So I have this just in case. I do buy these both of these I bought off of Amazon, and I bought the paper in a 100 pack. So this little pack is with 10 sheets. So I do have in my desk, I think now I'm down to 6 more of these, but I do buy them in a 100 pack, a 100 printer pack, because I go through them so much and I love them oh so much. This will be the second year that I'm using the Canon Ivy in my planner. So we have those. And then I also have my pen. I'm actually using 2 pens. So the pens that I am using are this is a Uni Jetstream. It's a multi-pen. This came from the Hobonichi website when I bought my Hobonichi cousin, but you can buy these on Amazon. I have bought them on Amazon. I believe I have another one actually. Yeah, I do have another one in a white body, and this is the one I actually did buy off of Amazon. But any ballpoint pen is what I'll use for one of the pages in my spread. And then the other pen that I use for the majority of my writing will be the Muji pen, and this is in 0.38. So those are my 2 pens. Then I also have an adhesive little glue stick. This I bought off of Amazon as well. You can also get them at Hobby Lobby. I think the first pack that I ever bought, I got off of Hobby Lobby, but I use this to glue down my vellum. I also have this little hole punch. The light is all messed up. But I use, or not really a hole punch, it's a page trimmer, edge trimmer, whatever you want to call it. I use this to kind of round out the edges of my vellum paper. I have a ruler. This I got off of my Coffee Monsters Co. subscription kits for my stickers, but any ruler will do. And then I have one little flag left. I do have a multi-pack of like flags, and I use these for my planners, my personal planners, my work planners, and then also for my reading journal, and I use them as like monthly flags. So I do have, I'm going to be using this one just so I can clean out this sheet and it kind of matches with my theme. And then obviously we have my planner. This is a Hobonichi notebook, but any notebook will work. This is in a A5 size. I find this size works the best for me. And then this is a little note folder, whatever you want to call it. I got this off of Amazon. I don't think it comes in this color anymore. I bought this last year at the very beginning of the year, I think. I no longer think that this color is available, but there are other folders that you could use that are A5. And then the last thing that I do have, I have already printed out, and I will be using some sheets. This is my vellum like sheet that I have for each month. So I will be using the February sheet, but I have them for all of the months. I think I talked about these in my setting up my 2024 reading journal video, which I'll try to link up above, but I do have all of my vellum sheets that I will be using. So I don't have to reprint them, but I am going to be printing something else on vellum. So, and that should be, crossing fingers, that is everything that I'm going to be using for updating my reading journal. So we are now going to pick up all of this stuff and we're gonna go to my recording room because that's where I have my camera set up to do a top-down display because I do not have enough room on my desk to show my camera along with all of my stuff. So we're going to jump over to the other room and go ahead and start actually updating my planner. So we have now transferred to my little recording space, and we're gonna go ahead and start kind of moving things around so we can get started. Move these over to the side. I have already printed out my paper on my vellum, and let me show you what that is. On my vellum, I have two images because I'm using one image in here, and then the other image is actually gonna go in my Hobonichi Cousin in my like planning channel videos. So I went ahead and printed them out twice, but essentially what these are is these are the StoryGraph graphics for the month of January. So this tells me how many pages and how many hours I read for that month. I was going to go ahead and include the other, like another graph on top of this, which would show the number of books and the number of pages, but I already kind of have those identified in here, and I didn't feel like I wanted to have them listed in two different locations. So that's why we have this. I have not tested it. Hopefully this size does work. It should, looking at this. So we have this done. So we're just going to go ahead and kind of move this to the side so that way I can work on everything else first. This will be the first time I've actually ever done a video of me doing my journal. So this might be kind of all over the place just because usually I do this myself at my desk without worrying about recording. So hopefully this is good. If you do like this video, then definitely make sure you like the video so I'll know that you like it, and I'll continue to make them every month. So hopefully as the year goes on, if you do like to see journal updates, then hopefully I'll have a good kind of process for the future. So we have my reading journal, and then we have my first page, which I don't really need to update. I just threw some stickers on there. We do have my bookshelf. This says my 2024 reading goal is 110 books. I've actually changed it after I did this to 120. The number of books that are on this bookshelf is only 110, but I specifically, when I made this, I left gaps so I would be able to add additional books like on top of here and over here and over here. So that way, and up here, so that way I could fill in as necessary. So I originally anticipated only 110, but hopefully I'll be able to reach my new goal of 120. But the first thing that I do need to do, so I already have 1 through 7 has already been updated. I need to update this to show book 8, 9, 10, and then I also read 11 books in the month of January. So I need to first color them in, and then this is where I'll use my UniJet Stream, and this is what I'll use to write in the book title. I also try to use a color of the book is similar to the color of the cover art of that specific book. I do have my story graph up so that way I can see all of the books that I need to update on here, and then we also have 4 colors that I'm going to use to fill in those books. So we are going to do that now. So we have the bookshelf done. I'm not planning on putting anything here. This is just my new releases. This is just a place for me to kind of jot down some ideas of books that I want to keep an eye out for. I need to probably update this because I think I'm missing a few books, but that's okay. I don't really need to worry about that now. And then we have, this is going to be my yearly stats page, and this is going to be where I'm going to put down every month the books that I read, pages I read, the number of 5 stars, how many physical books, how many Kindle books, and how many audiobooks. So going back to my story graph, which it has closed. Okay, so going back to my story graph, I can go to January, and I'm going to use my Muji pen to do this. And we're just going to write in for January all of this information. So we read 11 books, and then it was, I'm going to write this at an angle, 4202. And then we have 5-star reads. We have them at the bottom. So, oops, gracious. I had 1 5-star read that was a reread, and it was wonderful. And then we have the type of books. We had 7 physical books. We had 3 Kindles, and then we had 1 audio. And then at the end of the year, I do have a little sticky here because I want to have another bar chart, or a chart just like this, which is going to cover the entire 2024 year. So that is not anything that I need to worry about right now. So next page. This is going to be at the end of the year. I'm going to do a printout or a little picture of my Goodreads, all the books that I read in 2024. So that's going to be something I don't have to worry about right now. And then I have, this is going to be thoughts by month. So each month I'm going to write down just a little quick sentence or something that I read, what I really enjoyed, kind of what my overall feelings were reading wise for that month. And I'll go ahead and jump in and do that really quick. Okay, so we have that little snippet. And then we're going to have here, this is where I was going to put my January graph, just so that way I have an idea of kind of what my month looked like. I do also have this little sticky here. I'm probably going to just move it to the front. And what this is I have a clear sticky, and it kind of just helps me to remember what all I would like to include in my book wrap-ups, or like my notes as I'm reading my book, and that way I just have it handy in my reading journal. So, but we're gonna go ahead and move my journal to the side, and then I'm going to bring out my page cutter, and we're just going to cut this little graphic. And then this piece, this extra little piece, I'm gonna put to the side because that's going in my Hobonichi Cousin. All right, and now we are done with this. I no longer need it. I will put it away. And now this is where I don't know if I want to use this or not because it's clear as it is, and I really don't think I need to worry about cutting this off, but I brought it just in case. So if I decided I wanted to trim the edges, I am able to, but I don't think I'm going to worry about it. I think I'm going to leave it just like this. So I'm probably just going to put it maybe in the middle of the page. I really don't even have it identified what the middle of the page is, but maybe it's that. We're going to say it's right here. Works for me. Or maybe I'll put it up top. Maybe I'll put it up top and then maybe later I'll decide if I want to put something down here. I think that's what I'll do. Ooh, I know what I'm going to do. So I think I'm going to put this up here and then down here. I do want to go on my phone and print out on the sticky paper the pictures of ACOTAR. Because I did start ACOTAR in January. So I want to take a picture. I want to go onto the fan art page and get a picture of Rhys and Feyre and possibly Tamlin. I don't know how I feel about him. I've already started the next book. I'm on ACOMAF, and yeah, I don't think I'm enjoying Tamlin as much as I did in this book or the first book. So I think I'm gonna do some pictures and put them down here. So that's what we're gonna do. So we're going to use this, and I'm just going to put down some tape. Like so, and we're going to hopefully lay this down in the middle of the page and have it be straight. Perfect. Love it. Amazing. All right. So let's go ahead and do the fan art. So I gotta turn this on, and hopefully my battery is not dead on it. I don't think it is. Yeah, it's good. Okay. So let me go to Pinterest. I was already there earlier actually looking up the bad boys. So let's go to ACOTAR and let's do a picture of Rhys. My goodness, he's beautiful. Okay, and then let's do Feyre. Okay, so then we have Feyre downloaded. We're going to go back to my Canon Ivy and we're just going to print. So we have Feyre and Rhysand printed out, or going to be printed out, that we're going to put down here as well. Woo! So pretty. All right. So while Feyre is printing out, we're going to go ahead and just put him right here. Yeah, I kind of like the idea of having my graph here, and then any pictures that I want to capture, I'm going to put them below here. We're going to keep the Ivy over to the side. It is currently charging because I use it so much that it died. And then I might end up going back and adding in kind of my thoughts underneath here for both of these pictures, but I'll do that later. That's not something I need to worry about on camera. So we have my January little spread here, or my cover page. And then I do have all of the books that I was reading. And again, I have forgotten pictures. So we're going to have to do that. I'm going to go onto Goodreads really quick so I can get the picture of the books, and that way it'll also give my Canon Ivy over here time to charge a little bit, so that way I can use it again. And I do need to load more paper, so we're going to do this. And then while this is printing, actually, we're going to go ahead and use my ruler and my pen, and we're going to go ahead and just draw a line so that way I have it already set up for when the papers are printed. And then we're going to go ahead and just on my flag, so we can go ahead and just get everything kind of ready while this is printing. I'm just going to list this as February. So we'll let this charge really quick, and we'll go ahead and work on the rest. And I can always fill in. Actually, I'll do that offline. You don't really need to see me write in my words for all of my books. You kind of get the gist of how my layout is set up. So next month, hopefully, if you like these type of videos, if you like to see these reading journal updates, hopefully next time, if I do have some missing pictures, I will already have them printed out, so you don't have to watch me do that. So this is going to be, we have Meat Eater, New Moon, we do have the Firefly Lane, and Court of Vampire Queen. I'm not going to have anything down here, so I don't know what I'm going to leave here. I might just leave it blank. I don't know. But we're going to go ahead, and on this page, we're going to put my February cover here. And then again, this is going to be blank because I'll put my Storygraph little graphic like I did in January up here. And then I'll probably put down more of the pictures from this month. So let's go ahead and get to the February little sheet out. And I did previously have some washi tape on the edges, and I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to tape everything down. So we're going to use, again, my tape, and I think I'm just going to, what's going to be the easiest, I think, to line this up. I might just do the bottom here. We're just going to do this. We'll do the bottom first, and then we'll do the top like that. Yeah, that's perfect. All right, and then we'll just go ahead and do this. Just like so, and then we will just lay this down just like that. Okay, and then I might end up putting some pink washi just to keep this flap down a little bit, but I can do that later. I'll be able to kind of get that set up exactly how I like it in a little bit. And then we're going to try to line this up kind of where, yeah, that's good. So then we have February like that. And then this month, I'm going to go ahead and just line in the lines for my 10, because again, I'm having 10 books that I plan on reading in February. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And then that's pretty much going to be the end of this video. It's really quick. Like I said, if I didn't have to do the pictures, it would be much, much, much faster to update. But this gives you an idea of kind of what my reading journal looks like and kind of how I have it laid out. So we're going to go ahead and just call it right here. That is my February reading journal updates. I will, like I said, go ahead and fill in the rest of my books along with my notes, and that'll get all of my reading journal updated. So with that, if you do like reading journal videos, if you would like to see this type of video again for the month of March, definitely make sure that you like the video, drop a comment, let me know what you liked or what you didn't like, just that way I get an idea of what would be interesting to you. And if you have not subscribed, please make sure you subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And I will see everybody in my next video. Bye.